Hey, what are the dreams that you push back with, one day, over and over again? What are the things that you would love to try or places you'd love to see and visit? What would you do if you were not scared of failing or being rejected or just being judged or laughed at? We keep procrastinating and prioritizing the wrong things, thinking that life is long and that we have plenty of time to do it later. You may do now, but hey, one day you won't. If you knew how much time you have left, would you do things differently? In this video, I want to share with you the top 10 regrets people have on their deathbed. I hope it will get you thinking and that will give you the nudge or even push that you need to do something about it while you can. Hey, this is Tomas from okaysnotenough.com, helping you become the best version of yourself and create a more exciting and more fulfilling life. And before we go any further, if you get some value from this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss my future videos, click that little subscribe button so you get notification about my videos as I'm releasing them every single week. And now, let me tell you a quick story. Ronnie Ware worked as a nurse, providing care for people in their last weeks of life. She said many incredibly special times and conversations were shared, and often about regrets people had and the things they would have done differently if they had a chance. It had such an impact on her that she wrote a book about it. It's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, where she shares the most common themes that emerged in these conversations. Ronnie's book is truly moving and became a bestseller translated to over 20 languages. And it's one of many reports of how differently people look at life when their final days come and what they would do differently if they had the opportunity again. Now, let me share with you the 10 most common regrets dying people have. Number 1, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life that others expected of me. This is by far the most common regret people have. The regret of not following their dreams and passion and not living according to their own values. We are constantly bombarded by opinions and expectations of how we should be and what's right for us, whether it's by our parents, our peers, or by the society as a whole. Hey, if you have dreams, give them a try. No, there's no guarantee that you will succeed, but when you're on the journey, you will feel truly alive and you will grow massively through that. And whether you make it or not, you will be content that you've tried. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. It's easy to get absorbed by work and career progression at the expense of everything else. Hey, I know there's a lot to gain, but there's also a lot to lose. People often regret putting work above everything else, especially family and spending time with their children when they're growing up, or with their parents when they're growing old. The reason behind that is that we often want to provide the best we can for the people around us, for our family, the people in our life. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to ask them from time to time whether this is what they want, whether they actually prefer a better lifestyle, or whether they would prefer having us around more often. There is a saying that sums up this regret quite well. Everybody knows that money won't bring them happiness, but everybody wants to find out for themselves. Just try to find the right balance between the things you care about. Try to be fair. Number 3, I wish I didn't care so much about what other people think. I so can confirm this from my coaching experience. It's a fear and regret people have throughout their life, not just at the end of it. The paralyzing fear of others judging us. The funny thing is that people don't care about us as much as we think. Most people are actually busy worrying what you or others are thinking of them. I always tell my clients, you'd be so disappointed if you only knew how little people think of you. The average person has around 50,000 thoughts in one day. So even if they had 10 thoughts about you, that's like 0.02%. 0.02%. Hey, let them have it. Who cares? Is that worth you being unhappy and not being yourself and not being authentic to yourself and following your dreams? Number 4, I wish I had let myself be happier. This is a surprisingly common one. And whether you believe it or not, happiness is a choice. It's just that we often make it conditional to when I have something or when I am somebody. Sadly, it often takes an extreme circumstance for us to realize that we can be happy just because we want to. Because happiness is the art of appreciation. And I always say, if you don't know how to appreciate what you have now, there's no point getting more. So don't wait for the final days to realize that you can be happy. Enjoy and appreciate every day and every little thing as if it was for the last time. Because hey, one day it will. Number 5, I wish I hadn't settled for what was easy. As you can imagine, this one resonates with me a lot. We all have the tendency to settle for what's easy and comfortable. It's a human nature, but we pay a high price for that. The price is living with knowing that we could do so much better only if we tried. Many people regret being more courageous and disciplined rather than being fearful and lazy. Life has so much to offer, and from all the work that I've done with others and on myself, I can tell you that the biggest joy usually doesn't come from the success and material gains, but from who you've become on that journey and from being proud of who we are as a result of that. Number 6, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. We all bite our tongue from time to time. I get it. Not many people enjoy conflicts and arguments, but many people suppress their feelings just to keep peace with others. And it creates bitterness and resentment within themselves that people carry around. And not only that it feels horrible, but it can actually develop into an illness. Look, you don't have to always rub into everyone's face what you think, but you should always be authentic and true to yourself. Do you want to be respected for being authentic and honest? Or do you want to be liked for being fake? Honesty and authenticity will help you create and grow genuine relationships in your life. And it will push away the fake and unhealthy ones. Hey, either way, you win. Number 7, I wish I had taken better care of my body and my health. It's usually our health that cannot keep up anymore in our final days. Our body is our temple. It keeps us alive, although we don't always treat it that way. It's so easy to live an unhealthy lifestyle. A bad diet is cheap and convenient and usually tastes good. And not exercising just couldn't be any easier. You literally have to do nothing. Please don't get fooled by anecdotal evidence of people who smoked 60 cigarettes a day and they lived to be 100 years old. You can get away with it for a little bit, but not forever. Look, most of us have an incredibly easy access to healthy food options and to find ways to exercise. And I know it's not always our first choice, but a good health should be. The better you take care of your body, the better it will take care of you. Number 8, I wish I traveled more to see the world. Are there places around the world that you'd like to see or things you'd love to experience? Maybe the Great Pyramids of Giza, or maybe seeing the Statue of Liberty, or climbing Kilimanjaro, Or maybe you would love to see your favorite band playing live. Whatever it may be, hey, try to make it happen while you can. Money and logistics can usually be worked out, and if you have to save up for a little bit, so be it. Traveling will enrich your life and will help you see the bigger picture of life. And you will have great stories to tell. I've personally visited around 20 countries and it's been an incredible experience. There are still many more that I want to see. Studies show that traveling can improve your health, increase your happiness and creativity. Make the time to see the places on your bucket list. It will be worth every moment and every penny. Number 9. I wish I hadn't worried so much. Do you worry a lot? You are not alone. People worry a lot. But how many of the things that you have worried about and catastrophized in your mind have actually happened? Not many, I guess, if any at all. I know things can go wrong in life, I get it. But does worrying about them actually help in any way? Does it make it any better? Next time you worry about something, ask yourself these questions. Does it really matter in a grand scheme of things? If not, then let it go. And the second question is there something I can do about this? Because if you can, then do it. It will make you feel better because it will empower you. It will give you a sense of control. And if you can't do anything about it, then again, let it go. And number 10, I wish I tried harder to figure out what would fulfill me. Not being clear on what we want, what we love, and what fulfills us, it's not only a recipe for a painful regret at the end of our days, but also for a life that we just get through rather than fully live. People often expect that they should just know what their purpose in life is or what fulfills them. But that's not how it works. We have to figure it out. Sometimes it takes years of exploration and trials and errors and mistakes and failures. That's the price to pay. It's probably the biggest joy in life, so hey, don't expect it to be easy. But I can assure you that there is something out there for you. You just need to find it and give yourself the opportunity to fall in love with it. So, these have been the 10 most common dying regrets. I hope it steers you into action. Don't wait, don't procrastinate, live so that you will have no regrets. Let the fear of missing out get the best out of you this time. And before you go, leave me a comment in the comment section about what's your dream? What are you going to do? What are you going to pursue? What would you love to give a shot? As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate your attention and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.